because as I specifically mentioned, was that
Yeah, I got you. But be sure to listen to that 1 minute and 30-second voice audio message and add your thoughts towards it, alright?
yeah, I got you, but
My fucking goodness. Fucking dumbass internet. Load, bitch. Let me load into my stream. Fucking dumbass. Fucking poor ass internet. The fuck happened to my internet? Oh my fucking goodness. This time, bro. This fucking time. Oh, there you go. Now it wants to load. Motherfucker. Fucking poor ass internet. Oh, there you go. Now it wants to load. Motherfucker. Fucking poor ass internet. Like, before I even do my intro, like, don't necessarily be, like, when it comes to creating an internet, don't be arrogant, meaning you want to do what you want to create, what you want to create. Don't be slothful. Don't be like, oh, I'm out of ideas, or this is what I'm going to create. That's lazy. You just want to create those technology and not make it, like, advanced and futuristic. And don't be greedy. Don't be constantly saving and saving and saving money. I feel like people, when they explain about the concept of saving money, I feel it's more like that you should save money, but at the same time use majority of it just so you don't necessarily be greedy but generous for other individuals, or just overall, like, if you create technology, you're doing it for others, not for yourself, you know. But overall, that's all I gotta mention, because we don't necessarily want weak ass internet. We want, like, strong ass ones, you know what I mean? But yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling blessed. Back with more of me playing The Walking Dead Season 3, A New Frontier. For real, bro. McDonald's Wi-Fi. Yo, what's good, Farhan? How you feeling, brother? I was the one that does AZ because he's like, oh, we didn't do the role play. Things can change, I'm gonna be honest. But later today, though, I actually have a schedule. So instead of hopping on the Walking Dead Season 3 immediately, I'm gonna possibly hop on Fortnite first, play with AZ, play GT5 Online afterwards, and then play the game I'm currently playing at the moment. So I'm gonna possibly sleep like 2:30 or I say 2:30. Hoping it's 2:30. Come on, 2:30. I meant. Excuse me. I'm hoping, Chad. I'm hoping. But I did my intro, right? I actually have a schedule, so instead of should save money, but you know, and this week a new frontier. I don't know. We want like strong ass ones. You know what I mean? But yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling blessed. Oh yeah. I want to mention about the last gameplay as well. Hold on, give me a minute. Let me check my snap. Stress and anxiety, y'all know what it's associated with. For those who are new here, it's specifically associated with my rare specific type of mental trauma, which is very rare and very temporary and overall very decreased. You know what I mean? Like real shit though. That's what my stress and anxiety is associated with, and that's where the stutter occurs from as well, because of my stress and anxiety. And people think that I'll get nervous. I would say majority, because I get anxious. There's a difference between anxiety and nervous. People have a nervous system, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can get nervous. I get anxious. You know? Get ready for Project Search, bro. I'm just chilling in bed. You know? Yeah, that's our internship, chat. Because Angel was mentioning about that shit earlier. That's our internship. fucked up intro. Yo, what's good, AZ? How you feeling, brother? I actually mentioned about my schedule later today, so don't be like, oh, why are you lying? You mentioned that we're gonna do role play like a couple days, and then today, or excuse me, yeah, today, or, like today for you, like today, you know that like the world's not gonna necessarily end, so don't think I'm lying. But I actually mentioned to my viewers that, because yeah, as well, it does, you know, take a while for me to process like what I want to do as well, and what I want to consider doing before doing that shit as well. So roleplay later today, GT5 Online afterwards, The Walking Dead Season 3, a New Frontier afterwards. But at the moment, I'm gonna play this game because, you know, I wanna, you know, just consider playing this shit. Let me change the save file as well, though. Oops. But yeah, so yeah, last gameplay though. So last gameplay, unfortunately, you know, Luke has died. I mean, overall, regardless, he would have died. But which is sad. I mean, I feel bad for Jane. I mean, this was her husband. He got very freaky with her. I mean, shit, I don't blame him. But so I'm pretty sure that's what led to Jane's death, which you're gonna witness later on. What's in the game? I'm possibly gonna mention smartass Clem, because I put badass, because she is badass overall, real shit. But I'm gonna put smartass Clem, because if I put Clementine, watch. Oops. Took off in the process. My bad. Excuse me. I'm gonna put smart Clem because apparently. Yeah, you can only put Clem. Clem's badass. Badass Clem. Yeah, took off in the process, who knows? Since January 13th. So I'm pretty sure I completed all since January. I'm pretty sure. And then for this, it's gonna be fresh. It's gonna be like within like this month of today. Okay. But yeah, then I had to kill Kenny. I mean, I don't necessarily want him to suffer. But what Jane did was fucked up. I mean, Clem was like, you're fucking crazy. You can't necessarily do this, so, especially to AJ. But Clem forgave her. She's like, you know what, you made a mistake. I understand. You have PTSD, and God Almighty Jesus Christ understands, you know. So forgiveness is the way. Only sinners don't get forgiven. And Jane, she has proven who she is overall. Not proving a point like that, but proving who she is. Because I'm pretty sure all characters are lowly sanctified. Well, not all. Some are sinners. Not less sanctified. Some are sinners. Continue your story. Choose continue your story. Head to episode 1, A New Frontier to start your... Yeah, we don't necessarily want to do that. Choose how to begin your story. The Walking Dead, A New Frontier can be started as a brand new story or as a continuation of the Season 1 and Season 2 choices. Might as well. It's going great and feeling blessed, brother. How about you? Continue this story. Clem is at house with Jane, AJ, and the family. Recreate a Walking Dead Season 1 and 2 backstory. Now, we don't necessarily want to do that. Hell yeah, we're definitely going to consider this shit. That's cool, man, that's cool. But I'm going to head to bed in like a couple hours, and I know, you were busy a couple of days. Well, you were at the trip, and I mentioned I was going to do roleplay, but then, like, I had to get my shit situated, like, in terms of, like, the games I got to play, and then, you know, overall. So then, earlier, like, at this moment, I'm going to do this as well, but then later today, we're going to consider doing C1. Because I still have the I still have the file saved. They'll be like, oh, you're a liar, not that. Which, you didn't mean to, so I'm pretty sure you won't necessarily be like that at this moment of time, you know. You would understand, you know. No, you're good, you're good. Cause you remember the last time, you know, when he was chatting, saying, like, all that shit? No, I know, but, like, whenever I mention something, you may think, oh, because I'm lying. But I'm pretty sure Wibbs and Rachel didn't mean to, because, you know, I'm pretty sure they didn't mean to, you know, like saying, oh, I'm a liar and all that, because you can't accuse someone of a liar. I'm not saying you're accusing me of a liar, I'm just saying overall, and I'm not saying, like, Rachel and Wibbs, or, excuse me, Moabes, wanted to intentionally accuse me of that. I'm just saying, like, they didn't mean to, and sometimes things change, and you even mentioned things change. So if you're mentioning it to your friends that things change, which the friends you've been referring to me to, or referring to me, overall, plans change, and even God Almighty Jesus Christ understands, and it's not a sin. If you're intentionally doing it, then it's a sin. But if you're not intentionally doing it, then it's not necessarily a sin. You know? But anyway, possibly I'm gonna plan on retiring from Genshin Impact someday. Why that? Oh yeah, AZ, I hope you understand, like, this is not a typical gameplay, which you could be like, oh, why are you repeating this? But you understand it's a live stream. But I'm pretty sure before you didn't mean to when you mentioned that before. Special program for 6.0 Genshin Impact updates is officially this Friday. Okay, so exactly this Friday. Clan Agent Jane then returned to house where they took in a family looking for shelter. I mean, exactly, because, like, why exactly would you not take them in? I mean, that would be considered a sin. You're, like, ignorant, which is associated with the sin of arrogance. Episode 1, Ties That Bind Part 1, then there's Part 2. It's interesting. This is the only season where they have 2 parts of the episode, like, you know. So anyway, for episode 1, it mentions Ties That Bind Part 1. When Javier and his family accidentally cross paths with a rival group, a simple misunderstanding quickly spirals, or immediately spirals out of control. Damn, looking forward to that overall. Oh, Genshin is boring. They should real shit make it better. I don't necessarily want them to follow the path of Epic Game, which I've already mentioned plenty about Epic Game. Which obviously, whoever I mention about, obviously YouTube is gonna keep it private of what I specifically mentioned, whether it's about my homies or female homies, well, girlfriends, which is another way of saying girl as a friend, not a wife, obviously, because people get confused with what the word girlfriend means, obviously, in terms of the modern era, and just about certain individuals. Like, majority of them, obviously. Which, obviously, you just can keep it private of what I specifically mentioned overall. But I just mentioned it because they know. But if I don't necessarily mention it towards them, then it's all good. They understand. I feel like your Hoyoverse is lazy simply because the CEO doesn't necessarily want to make a new content. Damn, I mean, I would say arrogant because they're not. Actually, what would you consider as them being arrogant? Because I don't play Genshin as much. I mean, I would say greedy because you mentioned they don't want to get into the content, and then slothful because they just mentioned they're out of ideas. But what would you consider them as being arrogant about? Like, is it because they just want to move on to whatever and they don't care? Like, they're ignorant, which ignorant is a sin specifically associated with one of the deadly sins, arrogance. Like, what do you think, brother? He's mentioned on social media he will respect the community. Oh, that's arrogant. See, he's ignorant. Alrighty, that's a better explanation. And you're not upset at the game, you're upset at the company, AZ. Yeah, he lied apparently. That's arrogant. You're just putting yourself better than others. But he didn't necessarily do anything new. Exactly, like that is very fucked. Tim Sweeney's like that as well. He's arrogant, wanting to just move on to something like collabing, which I would prefer being simultaneous, like multitasking overall, like continuing the storyline and collabing. And if people don't necessarily want collabing for the moment, then the storyline shall continue. And then if they want collabing, then just make it greater, not out of arrogance, but ensuring you're humble and generous because you're using your money. And he's slothful. He's just out of ideas, and just doesn't necessarily want to continue the storyline. That's another thing as being slothful. And he's arrogant because he removed Dynamaster for no reason when they should have. He should have agreed with him that they should continue the storyline. So that's arrogance, ignorant, which is specifically associated with arrogance, and yeah, slothful. Like he's lazy. He lacks the knowledge, not lacks the knowledge, but he lacks the skill of like what ideas he could possibly have to continue the storyline and just continue the storyline. Like continue the storyline and collabing. I feel like that should be simultaneous. So that's slothful. And then greedy, I've already mentioned. He constantly saves, and just doesn't necessarily like, like. Excuse me, chat. Had to come in overall, but y'all know when I do that sound. Y'all know that when I mention excuse me chat meeting, you're like, oh, it's all good. You're just excusing yourself in terms of that shit. But yeah, like you gotta like use the money. When I teach my students at school, like when I'm a teacher, when I have to teach students of like first, second, third, fourth, and fifth grade, I'm gonna ensure, well, sixth grade as well. It's kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh grade. I'm gonna ensure that. I mean, I would love to teach 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, but it typically depends. You know. Excuse me, chat. But overall, like, you gotta use your money to be generous, you know, but obviously YouTube's gonna keep it private of what is specifically mentioned as well. Just like for Telltale, and obviously YouTube's gonna keep it private of what is specifically mentioned about them, but anything public about them, something they can keep public is that shout out goes to Telltale Games, you know. But what they can keep private is, because obviously, like I specifically mentioned, you just can keep it private of what who I mentioned about overall, and that they're gonna keep private of what is specifically mentioned about Telltale Games as well, especially the CEO of Telltale Games. Well, just Telltale overall, you know what I mean? His name is Doyle Chi. It's gonna take a while for me to process. It's gonna take a while for me to process in terms of like pronouncing his name. AZ, I'm checking the chat, but yeah, I'm checking. I'm reading it. Because at the same time, when you mention to someone, be sure to check the chat. I'm not able to see it because I'm currently on the PS4. Actually, no, I could see on my PS4, but like at the same time, I'm not able to see on my phone. You know, so I have to like check it myself by like checking it, like how I'm doing at the very moment. But yeah, I check it. That's his name though. But it's all good, AZ. You know. But anyway. Is Doyle Chi? Dauchi? Dauchi? It's gonna take a while for me to process his name. Like in terms of like pronunciation. But yeah, for Telltale Game, they didn't even create this Walking Dead Season 5. They think that the final season means the ending of the Walking Dead Telltale Gaming series. But no, it actually means the final chapter of Clementine. And, wrong pronunciation. So Doyochi or Daochi? I'm not necessarily wrong, AZ. Like I've mentioned on my recent live stream, which I'm pretty sure you may or may not know, possibly, that I'm without sins, without mistakes, and very righteous in terms of me being a virtue. Which I'm being honest, not necessarily being arrogant, but being humble. How it's very rare to witness certain individuals that are actually virtues, which it seems like I'm the only virtue on YouTube. But you never know. Potentially there could be other individuals that are virtue, that are virtues actually, which is very rare to witness someone who is a virtue. But overall, I'm being honest, I'm being humble. But anyway, overall, yeah, you're mentioning that it's wrong pronunciation when you in terms of pronouncing his name overall. How exactly do I pronounce his name? No, AZ, possibly after this live stream because like I'm about to head to bed potentially, and like I don't necessarily want to waste time at the same time because I gotta continue this game, you know. But yeah, like they're arrogant because they just don't want to create the storyline. They think like, oh, like they want to move on to other Telltale game, just like how Naughty Dog is, you know, for Uncharted, for example. Which I mentioned on one of my Uncharted 4 seasons uploads, so you all would like witness that, especially you, Naughty Dog. But Telltale Games, well, I'm gonna keep private what I specifically mentioned about them, like how they're arrogant. They don't want to create the Walking Season 5, because if we're gonna play as AJ in the Walking Season 4, what's the point of not wanting to create Season 5? Like Season 4 means when it mentions final season, they thought that there wasn't gonna be another season because they got bankrupt. That's one, and yeah, actually, yeah, that's the whole point why. But considering the fact they got their company back, I feel like they should consider creating it, like not forgetting about it. So final season as well can possibly mean like the final chapter of Clementine, you know. Okay, if it's gonna be quick overall, then overall make it quick, alright? But be sure to call me once I get a chance. Hold up, give me a minute. But yeah, like you know how he pronounces his name, you know. Excuse me, chat. But and then yeah, they're slothful because they're like, oh, they have no ideas for it, which is fucked. Because I'm pretty sure they do, because AJ, for example, is an idea. Because why would you play with him during the end? And the way we make the choices, I feel like that's how the choices are gonna be, or quite different. Who knows? And then greedy, obviously, just wanted to constantly save money. Because just simply because you're bankrupt doesn't necessarily mean like you lost plenty of the money. There's certain reasons why people can have bankruptcy. Have nothing to do with the GDP. They just weren't able to create the game because there's certain reasons. Like they have plenty of money. They can't just constantly save. They gotta use it to be generous overall. Yarami, hold up. AZ is coming. Hold up. Yo, it's good.
It's
Dauchi.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, I figured that's how you would pronounce it.
Yeah, because he said will listen to the community and and support the community and would implement everything the community says. But he hasn't.
Exactly.
He didn't add a skip button.
Exactly. Like seems like he's arrogant.
But he's from China, that's why.
Yeah. Hold on, give me a minute. Someone's texting me at the moment.
Yeah. But it's like for Genshin, you get a role play.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry to bother you. Mike.
Hold on. Give me a minute.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, yeah. What's that, man?
It's Bounchy.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think?
It's cool name.
No, what do you think of what his attitude is?
Very like arrogant, slothful slash laziness, like lazy and greedy, like never necessarily as generous.
Yeah. He could have helped people.
Exactly.
He could have helped Bounchy. He could have made the Genshin Impact less toxic like Fortnite.
Exactly.
What do you think?
I say like he shouldn't necessarily be like Tim Sweeney, like how Tim Sweeney's arrogant, slothful, and greedy.
Yeah.
With ignorance, like I feel like Daochi, he's ignorant as well. Like he ignores people's words.
Yeah. Could have done better.
Exactly.
He could have saved Genshin before it dies.
Exactly. Like I'm currently playing The Walking Dead. Well, because I'm playing it for those who are new here, so they can enjoy the experience. I have nothing to do with like an actual typical playthrough.
Yeah.
Because I want to consider owning Telltale games because like people are saying, oh, the final season of the Walking Dead, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the actual final season. That means the final chapter of that main antagonist. Excuse me, not antagonist, protagonist.
Yeah.
But is there anything you want to consider mentioning before I can consider continuing playing the game?
Yeah. It's just why can't Daochi learn from Fortnite?
In what terms exactly?
Listen to the community.
Well, yeah, sometimes there's certain times that the team themselves, like they listen to the community, and I'm pretty sure they as well can disobey Tim Sweeney certain times, saying like we want to have free will, we want to listen to community, we don't want to be like other companies that are ignorant and arrogant like you. Which I'm pretty sure they wouldn't say it like that, but I'm pretty sure sometimes they would step up for themselves. And I feel like it seems like that Charlie Wen, like even though he's adding his own creation within the game, and like wants to bring this.
Why didn't he follow Donald Mustard?
What's that?
Why didn't he follow Donald Mustard's way?
Who, Charlie Wen?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he would, but, you know how Tim Sweeney is manipulative slash, like, tempting towards, Charlie Wen through Satan. And Charlie Wen, I feel like, is like, oh, I want to add my creation. If you don't necessarily mind my creation, why can't I bring the storyline back? You are just arrogant and selfish. If a man, like, someone good through God, Almighty Jesus Christ, buy this company, you're the reason why this man will buy the company. Like, if I buy the company, for example, Charlie won't be like, wow, my wish came true. It's like someone has opened their heart, opened their mindset, opened their soul.
Like, if you talk with Charlie Wen.
Exactly. Like, I feel like I would make Charlie Wen the co-CEO. Like, I feel like he deserves a chance to bring free will into the company, because I feel like there's no free will, because, like, it seems like Charlie Wen is being like, oh, I want to add the storyline, but Tim Sweeney's like, no, we want money, we want to be rich.
Actually, the storyline's back, actually.
Well, that's great, because Charlie Wen brought it. I'm gonna be honest with you, Charlie Wen brought it. Was the team. The team's like, you know what, Charlie Wen, you're the one to decide. Don't listen to the CEO. I feel like you should bring the storyline back. So, there you go. He brought the storyline.
No, like, so, yeah, let me explain it. Can I explain it to you?
Sure.
So, pretty much, like, apparently, according to Clark Kent, you know the YouTuber, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He mentioned how the storyline is everything's connected. Like, Blitz, Lego, OG, and then the Chapter 6 storyline, they're all connected.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And because of that, also, by the way, they said that Kato's Lord is coming back.
Okay, okay.
So, because Charlie Wen believes that the old storyline characters deserve a second chance.
See, he realized that this company needs a chance to have freedom, like, not, like, you know.
Yeah.
Cause, when I'm part of the company, I wanna, like, bring the character storyline that never had a storyline. Like, I get people can be like, oh, why are you bringing Chapter 1 skins into the game? And I'm gonna mention because they never had a storyline. Because, like, the Ice King, he only had a part of the live event, but what's his story? Why exactly is he arrogant? Why did he rule? What's his purpose? You know, like, I feel like there should be a storyline from each chapter. Like, Midas had a storyline, but we need more out of his character, you know.
It's a washed down version.
Exactly, like, you can bring like, a newer version or, like, a mixed version, you know.
Yeah, but here's the thing, is that they made Midas weak.
Oh, you're referring to Midas. Yeah, exactly. They made him weak. Like, I feel like they shouldn't have necessarily made him weak, you know. I feel like we need to...
Because all he does is just show up and leaves.
Exactly. I feel like he needs a continuation of the storyline. Like, I feel like he has a purpose of story. Like, we want the original version, the one with the slick back hair, being humble, saving reality. Like, I want to see that version of him.
Like, are you saying that he wants to save reality?
Exactly. So I feel like the Doomsday device, right? The Doomsday device.
Yeah, Doomsday.
Like I feel like people thought that he was selfish / arrogant, but I feel like he was doing it to save reality, so that it, like, in.
No, he was selfish.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't greedy, but at one time, okay, he was arrogant, like, at one point, but he wasn't greedy, as people were confused, right?
No, it's not people confused. According to the Donald Mustard, he was greedy, he was selfish. He just cares about leaving the loop for himself.
Okay, yeah. Okay, back then. Okay, so we were right before. Like, he had that intention before, but, you know, like, yeah. See, Donald Mustard have a point. Like, see, Donald Mustard likes to speak the word, unlike the CEO. You know, I feel like Charlie Wen wants to potentially buy the company before I buy the company together. You know. But yeah, at the moment though, he is more generous and humble and wants to give out his wealth to the world or to reality and his, like, humble deed, you know, at this moment.
No, it's yeah, because it's a washed down version of, so they brought back Midas during Chapter 6, but it's a washed down version of him, because all his previous story is just, like, thrown into the trash.
Exactly, like, considering the fact that they brought the storyline back, make it like the storyline we had before. Like, I feel like Charlie Wen have potential, you know. and have an opportunity, you know. So I feel like Daochi shouldn't be like that. Like Charlie Wen and him, they're both like Asian, but that doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, one is gonna be like that and the other one's gonna be like that, you know. Like I feel like the creator of Genshin should have like having heart, you know, like be like, you know, like be, you know what? I shouldn't be greedy. I shouldn't be selfish. I shouldn't be lazy. I feel like I should.
He doesn't realize.
Exactly. Charlie Wen realized though, but I'm not comparing him like Charlie Wen to him. I'm just comparing the behavior, not who they are overall, you know.
Yeah.
Like their moral sinful behavior. Well, I see Charlie Wen as righteous, but I'm saying like if he does have a bit of sin, like overall, well, then Charlie Wen would be like, you know what, I'm aware and I need to do what's right, you know, not out of temptation, not out of manipulation. Like I feel like he's breaking out this manipulative point and wanting to do what Donna Mustard have done, but in his own creativity, but not out of arrogance, you know, like for through Charlie Wen, you know, like of what he's doing.
Yeah. But yeah, he's the reason Daochi's like arrogant because he cares about the money.
Exactly, and that leads to greed. Like you can't be like that, you know. Like I'm looking forward to owning it, but at the same time, the way excuse me, not Charlie, China government laws are, as like I prefer having business within the U.S. So you know, like I like people who I like people of all races, but it's just that the government itself of each country is that of what is what I don't necessarily like. Like for example, North Korea or Russia, the Middle East. China, because China they don't give free speech, and I'm like, why does it hurt? Like if your religion is according to peace, like Christianity, why exactly would you not give free speech or punish people if they like for whatever reason that they did nothing wrong, you know? Compared to unlike the U.S., there's like less freedom and like age requirement, because I believe that in the ancient era they didn't believe in age requirement. They believe that the word adult means like you're mentally mature, you're mentally an adult. Because people think that, oh, you're physically an adult, but no, you're like an adolescent until the day you either die or live until thousands of years until the Lord God Almighty Jesus Christ return. But the word adult mean when people say we're meant to act like an adult, meaning we're meant to act mature, and people I feel get confused in terms of what the meanings are, like the synonyms of them.
Yeah, but why did?
But anyway, that's the U.S.
He doesn't want to care about the community.
Because he's arrogant, lazy, / slothful, and greedy, you know. Just like how Elon is arrogant, greedy, lustful, like he's lustful and slothful, you know, because arrogant because he wants to nuke Mars, he wants to abuse his power to owning Mars. Because when I own Mars, I'm gonna do it through God, not out of my own power. And why would you want to nuke Mars? Like he gotta realize that God, Almighty Jesus Christ, created that planet. He created every Earth. Because I feel like the Bible could have mentioned, I created the heavens and the Earth, not just the Earth. The Earth, because if there's other planets, they're not just some fictional planet. Because people are saying, "Oh, the Earth is flat and there's no space." That's being arrogant. You're believing that, oh God, like you don't believe that the universe is infinite, and you don't believe that, oh, the Earth is the shape it is. You know, I feel like flat earthers are arrogant. They believe they just want to have their own power and think that, oh, that's what they think is right, but in reality, they don't think it's right. You know. Yeah, and oh yeah, and like Elon, he's slothful because he's out of ideas. He's not managing his company. He's constantly exploding his rocket ship. I'm like, you need to realize that if there's an issue, don't launch it immediately. To test it, you need to ensure that everything's secure. Like double check before you launch it. And if there's an issue, you know, then like you don't be lazy.
You made a mistake.
Yeah, but at the same time he's being lazy because he's not like putting in the knowledge.
Yeah.
And then like he's lustful because people are mentioning like, oh, he doesn't have just one wife. Like he have kids from multiple wives. Not like polygamy relationship, but like it's like he left that woman or girl to be with that girl, you know, or woman.
Yeah.
And then he's greedy because like he brags about his money. You can notice that he brags about how rich he is. Like why would you want to brag how rich you are, you know?
Yeah.
Like if I were rich, I would mention. Huh?
What do you think of the president?
What do I think of the president?
Yeah.
Like Trump?
Yeah. Pump.
I mean, he's all right.
Hey, Frank, it's Donald Pump.
Wow. But
Donald Pumpkin Pie.
but certain times he could be okay. Yeah, he is humble at certain times. Like he likes to help society, but at the same time he could be like arrogant. Like he doesn't care about changing majority of the laws. Like he only writes the laws that he wants to write, which is great and all. But like, why don't you want to change the laws that people want to change? Not out of arrogance, but being humble. And then at the same time, he sometimes brags about how rich he is. So that's like greedy and then slothful. Because as a sloth, he doesn't want, like, when he wants to change the law, it takes like a year to change it, which it should be immediate. Like if God laws were changed immediately, like like indefinitely, meaning they're permanent, why can't you change your laws? Like why can't you change it immediately? That aligns with God Almighty Jesus Christ and not Satan. Cause I feel like age requirements are aligning with Satan, because they're like, no, let these people of that age and above to do these, but those below lack the knowledge, lack the maturity.
Donald Pumpkin Pie.
lack the responsibility. But I feel like that's Satan, you know.
Donald Pumpkin Pie is keep ruining our world.
Wow. But at the same time,
Like what's it called? I know, like I'm joking.
no, yeah, that's fine, yeah.
No, I understand that, but I'm also like serious because people don't really want to talk rumors about the president, so that's why people make things up like Donald Pumpkin Pie.
Mm.
So pretty much, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, Donald Pump should have done something like, related to helping the community or helping our world.
Yeah, cause when you mention, oh, I'm gonna make this country perfect, that's arrogant. You're not being humble as much. And when you mention like, oh, I'm gonna end the war, you gotta man up. Like, don't be like lacking the maturity. You know, like if they mention no, I don't want to end the war, think of other ways. You know, like toughen up. You know, and then like he's slothful because like I mentioned, when he changed the law, he's like, oh, I'm gonna change it until next year. That's when the law is gonna be. That's when the bill is gonna pass. And then for being greedy, like he brags about how rich he is, and he doesn't want to remove the tax. He wants to raise the Medicaid, and like, yeah, I get it. He lowered the taxes, but I feel like taxes shouldn't be a thing. I feel like they should use the GDP and not the taxes, because taxes is like you're greedy. You just care about using people's money and not like your own money out of generosity, you know, and not helping Africa. Like look at Mr. Beast. He's helping Africa. Like he's giving people clean water there. But unlike our president Trump, like he doesn't wanna like consider that. Like I feel like you should consider that, you know, even though you're not part of that country, you're helping the world, not just the U.S. Even though you're not the president or leader overall of that country, you know.
Yeah, Donald Pumpkin Pie.
But at the same time, I feel like he's a bit lustful, because people are saying like, oh, he has like a lustful or sexual intention towards like girls or like women's, you know.
He should have listened to us, Donald Pumpkin Pie.
Well, God, specifically, he should listen to, because God Almighty Jesus Christ is the one they should listen to. Like, if once because I feel like his vice president, no offense, it feels like he's the one who should be president, because I feel like he has potential, not because he's young, because we're meant to be physically young, if we have that, like that age, like physical age of being young. But overall, I feel like he should be president and I should be vice president.
You believe in ageless.
Wow.
No, because like I think people deserve to have a young president, not a old.
Yeah, exactly. Even though they're mentally mature, like mentally an adult, like overall, like regardless of their like mental maturity and like their chronological age, I feel like overall, like I feel like we should have young president regardless, because people would like not be judging. Like I feel like even though God Almighty Jesus Christ judge, he judged out of just. People judge out of sin, like arrogance and pride, because pride is out of outer beauty, and arrogance being like putting others above themselves, or putting themselves above others, or putting them above that person, you know, which is like messed up. But I'm gonna possibly continue playing my game, since like I'm like streaming at the moment, you know.
Okay. Donald Pumpkin Pie.
But yeah, I'll be sure to like chat with you, well, tomorrow, or tomorrow, because
Yeah. Can we roleplay tomorrow?
yeah, because I mentioned that I'm gonna do that first, then play a Mauser game because we wanna because I want to show behind this. I want to show behind the scenes, like our motion capture. But then they wouldn't notice. They wouldn't know what the actual video would be.
Exactly.
Like I'm pretty sure once I get to the part where we do our script, like read our lines, I feel like that's the part where I can end my stream because I don't want to give in too much detail. Plus, I want to keep it surprised.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, we can talk more tomorrow then.
For sure.
Or today for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow then.
For sure.
Alright, I'm gonna continue watching your stream.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna, is it okay if I join your stream, right?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Okay. Alright, see you then.
Alright, man. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.
But overall, chat, regardless of our chronological age and regardless of our mental maturity, despite the age requirement laws being temporarily, like in terms of the current laws or like certain changes that I mentioned on my recent live stream, which you all should know, which I'll possibly mention it like before I end this live stream or whatever, or whenever I want to mention it. Actually, no, I'm gonna mention it, chat. Like, despite the age requirement laws being temporarily, chat, like in terms of the current laws, like despite the current laws, I mean, like despite the age requirement laws being temporarily and like despite like the current laws, regardless of our chronological age, regardless of our mental maturity, especially the chronological ages, I specifically mentioned on my recent live stream, you know what I mean, and how on exactly the year 2029 when I'm vice president, I'm going to suggest it to J.D. Vance and how I'm going to be the House of Speaker and the leader of the Senate, where I'm going to mention I'm going to lower some of the age requirement laws for now to ensure that people are mentally mature overall, regardless of their chronological age and regardless of their mental maturity, before I remove all age requirement laws on exactly the year 2035 while I'm president during that time on exactly the year 2035 while I'm 30 years old during that time on exactly the year 2035 and beyond that year, and how I'm going to remove all age requirement laws on exactly the year 2035 and ensuring that it's permanently illegal / sinful, obviously, which that would align with God Almighty Jesus Christ. Like it's permanently illegal / sinful to permanently illegal / sinful to enforce any of the new age requirement laws or the ones we currently have. Like for example, the 21 plus one. Like we don't necessarily want to enforce that, because that would be like permanently illegal / sinful to enforce any of the age requirement laws during that time. And how I'm going to choose a perfect age once I remove all age requirement laws on exactly the year 2035. You know what I mean? Which I already mentioned about the perfect age. But, speaking of drinking, I mentioned about it. Like drinking, gambling, like, regardless of our chronological age and regardless of our mental maturity. Especially the chronological ages I specifically mentioned on my recent live stream. You know what I mean? Or recent live streams overall. You know what I mean? And for gambling and drinking, like as I specifically mentioned, it's either going to be like, well, for gambling it's 7+, obviously, because in terms of mental maturity. But drinking is either like 8 to 10 years old, like depending on like when you start puberty and just overall. Despite the age requirement laws being temporarily, you know what I mean? Like regardless of our chronological age and regardless of our mental maturity, you know what I mean? Especially the chronological ages I specifically mentioned on my recent live stream, you know what I mean? And how as I specifically mentioned on my recent live stream as well, before I continue this game, chat. As I specifically mentioned on my recent live streams, chat, I go with the flow of the light of God Almighty Jesus Christ, divine light, in terms of me being obedient towards like the current laws, like some of the temporary laws, especially the age requirement laws. Despite the age requirement laws being temporary, you know what I mean? Like, regardless of our chronological age and regardless of our mental maturity, you know what I mean? And overall, as I specifically mentioned on my recent live stream as well, chat, as I specifically mentioned, chat, I have exactly 500 IQ, knows exactly everything, and is equal to exactly infinite IQ. You know what I mean? Again, I have exactly 500 IQ, knows exactly everything, and is equal to exactly infinite IQ. You know what I mean? Like, through the gifts of knowledge to God Almighty Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Which apparently GJ Bino, a.k.a. Dakota, didn't necessarily notice. But hey, he mentioned that he been through a lot and he didn't mean to, so I forgive him. He's my homie, Dakota, would you possibly consider like open heart surgery so that you could consider having like spicy shit or whatever? or whatever surgery you want to consider getting overall, if you want to consider it. Him and I are chill, so but he shouldn't have necessarily judged me like that, Him and I are chill, so But I'm gonna do something for quite a bit, Like I'm gonna be AFK for quite a bit. Yada, hold up. It'll be quick. Hold up. Well, we'll see. Because when I mention that, it will take off for me to process to like when I'm like able to continue or whatever. But overall, I definitely would. Yada, And yeah, Salvador having nothing to message because I haven't live streamed since like the time he was like heading to bed overall. Yada, And I'm gonna be AFK for quite a bit. Yada, Just be sure to skip the part where I'm not necessarily AFK. Yada, My bad, chat. I was doing something AFK for quite a bit, so hope you all skip to the part where I'm not necessarily AFK.
Teachers ought.
My bad. I didn't mean to click on that short because you know how my stress and anxiety is overall, which is specifically associated with you know what? Yeah, I mean. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started this shit. Bam. So Clementine should be badass. Well, she is badass since day one, since she was 8 and a bit of 9 and then 11 years old. Now she's gonna be 14. So So apparently 2 ages. She skipped 2 ages. So they just transitioned to her being 14. Okay. Regardless of her chronological age and regardless of her mental maturity, chat. Especially the chronological ages I especially mentioned in my recent live streams, you know? Yeah, I mean, despite the age requirement laws being temporarily, yeah, I mean, because Clem is badass. Okay, shh. Subtitles on. Absolutely.
Hey.
And I don't necessarily want to talk over the dialogue.
Time. Get over here.
So.
Alright, I'll start packing up.
That is a promise,
Now,
though.
Javi, you need to hurry. Look, I'm not giving you shit.
For this season.
Okay? I'm just
Despite my,
here when Dad was sick, okay? I get it, but you need to fucking be here when he goes.
Despite my stress and anxiety especially associated with
Hey, I'm on my way.
my, you know, hope y'all heard that shit. Okay. Regardless of her chronological, I'm his dad. Subtitles on. Absolutely. I don't necessarily want to talk over the dialogue.
Time. Get over here.
So.
Alright, I'll start packing up.
That is a promise,
Now,
though.
Javi, you need to hurry. Look, I'm not giving you shit.
For this season.
Okay? I'm just
Despite my,
here when Dad was sick, okay? I get it, but you need to fucking be here when he goes.
Despite my stress and anxiety especially associated with
Hey, I'm on my way.
Yeah, despite my stress and anxiety especially associated with you know what. So overall, I'm gonna promise not to talk over the dialogue as much, despite my stress and anxiety being specifically associated with you know what. Like how I wanna like get something out of my chest in terms of my like free speech / great talks within my you know any of my live streams within this gaming channel though. Yeah, I mean. Anyway though, without further ado, let's get straight to this shit and let them talk. And I'll react whenever, like how I typically do for any video games overall. Yeah, I mean. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight to this shit. Damn, imagine creating that beer. That should be an energy drink, real shit. Oh, Godo.
David!
Dave.
David, hey!
David, excuse me.
Hey, David. I had to leave my car. Traffic's just it's backed up for miles. He's dead.
Damn.
No. I tried. You're a piece of shit. You know that?
Hey, don't say that, buddy.
One time. Just the one goddamn time
Don't
that
do
you
that.
needed to be here.
Yeah, I get it. I tried to get here.
I tried. Please, I tried.
Oh, you tried. You fucking tried?
Hey. Come on, don't be a motherfucker.
Everyone's here. They've been here for days. And where the fuck were you?
Yo, we're in a zombie apocalypse.
We're there,
Jeez.
all around him. People who love him all around him. And he's scared. I'm seeing the panic in his eyes, and he's searching the room. ¿Dónde está Javier? ¿Dónde está mi hijo?
Pretty sure this is when the zombie apocalypse started,
I'm
when
there,
Lee was on his way to
right
prison.
beside him, holding his hand. Like a good son.
Hey, don't be
But
arrogant.
he doesn't even see me. He doesn't even see me because he's looking for you.
Don't be
You don't think there's a
choosing
million
favors
places
them.
we'd rather be? You don't think we all had to make sacrifices? He was my dad too. All right? I mean, you're not the only one dealing with this. And what a fine son you turned out to be.
Wow, motherfucker.
Uncle Javi,
Yo, it's good.
why are you fighting?
Cause your dad
I
is a
can hear
bully.
you from inside. What's going on?
It's
Let's be
okay,
honest.
Gabe. Your dad's just a bit of a bully is all. Don't.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna straight up
Uncle
towards
Javi's
Gabe.
just joking.
Nah, I'm not joking. He's like, doesn't
Go
seem
inside,
like it.
mijo. We'll be in a minute.
He's the smartest as well.
Go on. It's okay. Inside.
Damn, like how old is he? Like 8 or 9? I'll say like, cause he is the same age as Clem, so. But yeah, regardless of the chronological age and regardless of the mental maturity, especially the chronological ages I mentioned earlier, ya know what I mean? Just take his hand, man. That's his brother, but he should have fucking did that shit, real shit. But yeah, like I mentioned, chat. I'm not, my bad for pausing, but I'm not gonna talk over the dialogue as much, but I'll pause whenever it's the right moment, you know? But yeah, like I specifically mentioned, chat, like regardless of the chronological age and regardless of the mental maturity, ya know what I mean? Especially the chronological ages I mentioned on my recent live streams, ya know what I mean? Like despite the age requirement laws being temporarily though, chat, you know? Ya know what I mean?
I should call someone. Pick up the body.
Who, an undertaker?
Yeah.
That's what people are called when they pick up people bodies, like deceased bodies, males and females.
I love you, little brother. You know that, right?
Shit. Fuck off.
Everything going on.
Overall, no, we don't necessarily want to be a dick towards him.
I know. You think I was jealous of you?
No, I don't think anything.
Pretty sure he was.
Well, I was. For a long time. You've lost more than I'll ever have. But maybe something good can come out of all this. Because we need you here. It's time to grow up.
Mentally.
You can't run from this. Not anymore.
I know. You're right. I won't even argue. I'll be around more, honestly. You can count on
it, huh? I want to believe that. I do.
Damn, it's like they don't necessarily have any beard. But yeah, Gabe knows when Javi's honest.
I'm so sorry, Javi.
Baby girl,
I'm so
what is
sorry.
good?
Thank you.
Let's go inside. Your mom needs you.
Oh, man.
What happened?
My car got stuck and apparently there's plenty of traffic. Come on. You know how the zombie apocalypse is.
Come on.
It's a curse. It's a God Almighty Jesus Christ, you know? Like God Almighty Jesus Christ, he had to bring that curse for the zombie apocalypse. Which that's what the game explained, you know? But you're lucky, or we're blessed in real life that it didn't necessarily occur. Until like the future, or unless it won't necessarily occur, you know? So yeah, until like 2:30 I'm gonna end it, you know? Like for real, 2:30. Excuse me, chat. Why exactly is he running?
Mama.
Oh!
Where were you?
He got bitch slapped. Yo, I was backed up in the traffic.
I tried. I'm so sorry.
He's gone, mijo. He's gone.
He's in a better place, Mama.
Not at the moment, Javi. Not until thousands of years. Come on.
Not long. Uncle Hector's taking care of it.
What are the plans for the funeral?
David made arrangements with your father before he passed.
Okay, that's what I would possibly do for my family members.
No puedo conectarme. Dicen que no hay servicio.
In association with Skybound Entertainment. Okay, that's cool. I love it. Appreciate you, Skybound.
You thirsty, baby? You want some juice?
Grandpa's cup was empty.
Pretty sure they're the one that protected Telltale Games, the company. Grandpa.
You don't have to fill his cup up anymore, baby. Grandpa is sleeping.
No, Yaya. People's awake.
Oh shit! Should've had the zombie talk. Like Z zombie talk is what I mean, not the sexual one. Z zombie talk. She didn't necessarily have to talk about that. About like what could possibly happen if the apocalypse occur. How old is she exactly? Like 7 years old? I would say so. Hey, why are you moving her away? What if she wants to defend you? What if she wants to beat the zombie ass?
Rafa, ¿cómo es esto posible?
They think it's a resurrection, but what they don't actually know is zombie. Oh, bro, you can't resurrect until the Lord returns. Zombie. Not actually resurrection. Damn. Apparently none of them don't know about the zombie.
Papá, cálmate. Soy yo, David. Estás en tu casa, cálmate. Él está loco. Él atacó a Héctor.
Solamente está confundido.
Mamá.
Bro, he's a zombie. Why are you playing with him like that?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Damn. Husband.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be okay. You'll be okay, Mom.
He's like, fuck you. Where's my egg?
David!
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, Papa.
Good game? Oh, man, excuse me.
We need to go. We need to get her to the hospital.
Well, let me
She's
look
gonna
at it, let me
turn.
look at it. Gabriel, where's your sister?
Pretty sure he had trauma when he was younger. You can notice.
Keys!
Certain
Where
type
the
of
fuck
mental
are the
trauma.
keys? Take Dad's car. Keys are
Pretty
on
sure
the
his sister
dash.
as well. Pretty sure y'all can notice, cause especially when the way he acts like when he's in his teen phase.
Mama, get the kids. Meet at the hospital. Don't take the highway. It's blocked.
I'll bring the van around.
Where's Mari?
He's gonna turn, man.
I don't know. Mija. Mariana! ¿Dónde estás? Mariana, we have to go. Yaya's hurt. Come on, honey. We have to go.
No!
See? I figured. Joel Emerson Johnson. Music by them.
No!
Yeah.
No!
It's okay. County General Hospital. I know the way.
No. We gotta cut it off, bro. You fucking dumbass, bro. Why exactly would you hide the bite? Come on, don't be like Lee. Well, actually, Lee didn't hit his bite, but there's an option to choose that. So don't be like the version where Lee hides his bite. Come on. Obviously, I would reveal the bite, so. But man, this guy doesn't want to reveal the bite. That's fucked. Present day. And unfortunately, Javi got a beard, man. I like it when he's clean shaved. Possibly we should head out.
I don't think I've seen this many. It's
Plenty of
definitely
them.
growing.
Yeah, not a great sign.
Plenty of huge zombie population, you can notice. And the graphics looks different. I love it.
I left my water bottle.
Plus, this game was made since
Her just got there.
Just under 4 hours. Come on. We should keep moving while the kids
I
are
mentioned what I
asleep.
had to mention while the
Yeah.
dialogue was going. My bad. It's gonna take a while for me to process. So even though it's a promise, it's not gonna be an oath in case I do talk over dialogue. Despite the age lines being temporarily, you know what I mean? Because I mentioned about my stress and anxiety, which is specifically associated with my, you know what, you know what I mean? Which mentally what it's associated with. Y'all know what I'm referring to specifically. Alright, 1 more hour, 1.5 hours, I'm gonna consider heading to bed.
It looks like the herd is speeding up a little. I thought it was drifting southwest, but I'm not sure anymore. Every time I think we should just bed down somewhere and wait for it to pass, I can't shake
Damn,
the
Gabe,
thought of
I see
us
you.
getting caught in the middle of it. It just keeps coming. It's slow, but that almost makes it worse. Makes it feel like we're in control.
Hey, you're the one with the notebook. I leave that decision to you.
Cool. Awesome. Because I was just using this thing to sketch in. Was I supposed to be writing something down? We'll figure it out.
We always do.
Hey, I'm gonna sneak a smoke.
Hell
I
yeah.
can't believe you found weed.
Are you kidding? People were probably growing this before they realized they needed food.
Hell yeah. Want me to roll it? Don't wake the kids? How is that that's
You
gonna
want
wake
me
the
to do
kids?
that? The last joint you rolled looked like a kazoo.
You're driving, and I've come a long way since then.
It was like 3 days ago.
Relax. Mariana's got headphones on, and Gabe is drooling. I think we're in the clear.
I don't witness Gabe drooling.
You want some?
Well, hell yeah, baby girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I can smell that as well.
Okay, sure.
I can like think of the smell. I'm like, Dumbass.
You're setting an awesome example.
I'm kidding. That's if you cough, it's all good.
Don't judge me. Oh, when I found out David had kids, I told him, I am not changing who I am around them. And when he proposed, I reminded him that I'm not exactly stepmother material.
Why is that?
Case in point.
Let me Jovan. Yo, let's go Jovan, Demin, and Dion. How you feeling, brother? How you feeling? What's good, y'all? How you feeling? How y'all feeling? W, brother, W. Damn, plenty of chat. Hold up. Alright, let me just play my game, alright?
He was reassuring, but yeah, I could tell he was worried about it. I knew he'd try to get me to change. Or at least he'd hope that being around the kids more would change me, you know? I suppose it did.
He was always stubborn like that. Even when we were kids. He saw the world in a certain way.
So even when you were both
And
younger,
he tried
apparently?
to make you see it that way too.
So that's where Gabe gets it from. I used
No.
to talk shit about all those mothers who'd go on about raising their
Pretty sure
kids
it's
being
trauma.
the hardest thing in the world. Oof. Gabe's making me start to think they had a point. His mood swings are just... I don't know. Some days I just want to leave him by the side of the road.
Don't think like that. I mean, I know I don't like people who have mood swings.
Joking.
And certain people who have mood swings are either associated with demonic
Jesus.
possession or...
Obviously.
Actually, possibly that, who knows?
Gabe's been emotional lately. I'm sure he's just, going through a phase.
Emotional? Right. That's cute.
Don't believe in puberty, goddamn. How exactly is he a rapist or a racist, bruh? And that's not the guy who posts my shit online. That's that's one of those guys from Discord, one of Harji homies and fans, obviously. I mentioned to me how I'm doing. I'm feeling great and blessed. If you're referring to the other person, then
Look, I love these kids, but I could do without Gabe reminding me I'm not his mother whenever he's pissed.
He's a teenager. Puberty, hormones.
Yeah, explain that shit to her.
Oh yeah. The second you start getting boners, the whole world starts to get dark.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about? Sounds delightful compared to dealing with bloody underwear.
Damn.
Christ. I need to get laid.
Damn, okay. Want to consider pulling over?
I realize that
X
was
is
an
fucked up. I'm
awkward
pretty sure they know what that
transition.
shit is. Come on.
Sorry about that.
Come on, Kate.
But we can't, unfortunately.
No, we can't do that.
Who said I met with you?
Oh shit, you don't like baby daddy? Young or old? What? I didn't necessarily mention shit like that. What the fuck? But yeah, despite Gabe being temporarily, physically an adolescent within the mortal body, or adolescent slash adult, which is unfortunately the current scenario, as I specifically mentioned on my recent live stream, which is like overall, especially within this like decade, like this is gonna be the final part of the decade where it's gonna be within the next decade and beyond, like permanently, obviously, which is eternal, and obviously indefinitely, obviously. Where it's not gonna necessarily be a thing. But overall, like he is, temporally, physically an adolescent within the mortal body, but within the teenage phase. He's going through puberty at the moment, doing some mood swings, whether he got possessed by demon or just who knows. Since they caught him in the process, you know what I mean? Um, I'm currently with my girl, and she's young. She's like 23, so why exactly question me that shit like that? The fuck? Come on, bro. I ain't necessarily like that. You can mention the word. I mean, you're from Nigeria, then yeah, obviously you can mention the word. Definitely can mention the chat because YouTube will ensure that you're that color, you know.
What's that smell?
It's weed, Mariana.
We're smoking weed, Mariana.
I already know you guys do drugs.
That's a
that ain't
pretty
drugs.
severe way of phrasing it, Mariana. Don't tell Gabe.
He's the one who told me.
He knew.
Oh my god. You're even smoking in the car now?
Alright.
You referring to me? What's my favorite song? Or... But yeah, 1.5 hours I'm gonna possibly hop off, so just to ensure. Or just so be sure to let you know. Javan. Can you not judge people by their grammar overall real shit? Like, I'm pretty sure I know who you are. I'm pretty sure you're one of those guys from Discord. Come on, bro. Yeah, you can give it to someone else. I'm definitely not gonna take the pass, bro. What the fuck? If you're referring to me. You seen who exactly in real life? Nah, you're good, bro. Just don't necessarily judge people in terms of the grammar overall, because my grammar is meant to be perfect, brother. Not necessarily bragging, not necessarily being arrogant, I'm being honest, Like, I'm not necessarily being arrogant, I'm being honest overall. You know what I mean? Yeah, I dare you to say in the chat. Am I moving to Florida? Yeah, I definitely am. Next year. Anyway, let me continue my game, mate.
Everyone roll the windows down before you all get contact high. We're about to make a supply stop.
Oh, you can get high when other people are smoking weed? I never had that situation. I just smell it, like, it doesn't necessarily interfere. Nah, I'm playing. If you want to, bro, if you want to. I mean, if you're that colored, then you can mention it, but I'm just saying, like, that's your choice. Am I what? And I'm already back anyway. How am I gonna possibly win the lottery? Oh yeah, Demin. Yeah, Demin. Yeah, you were quite curious. How am I gonna possibly win the lottery? Very simple. You just gamble it out. You possibly like for example, if I get like 30 lottery tickets, you just gamble it all, and if there's a chance, because the more likely you have more lottery, the more likely, so the more lotteries, the more likely you'll win. Some of them is what I'm specifically referring to. Love you, brother. Yo, why exactly using that word, bro? You trying to judge me in terms of my grammar overall? Like, bro, it's meant to be perfect, bro. If you're one of those guys who are from that Discord group chat for people accusing me of shit, then Buddy, Demin, can you possibly chill, bro? Real shit. I'm definitely gonna consider winning that shit. Well, it seems like you are. Well, it seems like you are judging, bro. I'm just saying, wondering if you're one of those guys from that group chat, then, you know, I know for sure. I'm playing around, buddy. And the minute I'm definitely gonna win that lottery, bro. I know how to gamble, bro. Nah. I figured you were playing. Anyway, let me continue the game. So if anybody's chatting, then I'll respond when I get a chance. Or once the cutscene ends overall. No, let me pause to see the chat real quick. While I join and I sub in, this guy treats me like shit. But bruh, I'm not gonna necessarily treat you like shit. Just overall, don't be one of those guys. But if you're not, then it's all good. You know, cause I know one of RG fans are judging my grandma overall, which they shouldn't necessarily, But no, not gonna necessarily treat you like shit. Do I live in my parents' basement, bruh? Nah, I don't necessarily. Well, until I get a job, I'll move out. So I don't permanently live in. Nah, bro. I appreciate you, bro. The fuck, bro? Yeah, what are you exactly praying for?
You praying for our safety, Mari?
I'm praying I find a candy bar.
All right. What do we actually need?
A candy bar.
That's not necessarily a need.
Mariana, not want.
Really need a candy
Pretty
bar.
much everything.
If it looks useful, let's use it.
If it seems useful, obviously.
All right. Well, let's start with some gas and move up from there.
Y'all appreciate it, Javan, brother. Yo, what's good, AZ? How you feeling, brother? Bruh, the men, bruh. Don't be acting like you sending money. I know for sure you typed that shit in the chat. Oh shit, hold up. Bitch, what you gonna do about it, huh? You like that, huh, boy? Yeah, hell yeah. The fuck y'all spamming W in the chat for, real shit? See, I don't blame y'all. If y'all do that shit, it's all good.
Hey, where are you going?
He's gonna chill, Javi.
Okay, that's cool. Have fun. Oh, Jesus. It never ends with him.
I hate when they fight like that. I really hate it. It's like all Gabe wants to do is argue.
Well, that makes two of us. But we're stuck with him, so... At least you have your headphones.
Yeah, but the batteries have been dead for a couple of weeks. I mostly wear them to fool you guys. It's easier to stay out of it that way.
You sneaky little... That's smart. That's pretty smart.
Be nice to find some dinner.
In a junkyard.
You never know. These past 4 years, people have been hoarding all kinds of shit in all kinds of places.
Oh, and Mari, if there's any trouble, you find one of these cars.
Yeah?
Lock yourself in and don't come out. Not even once it's quiet. And wait as long as you can.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Good girl.
Bruh. Why y'all bullying me in the chat, bruh? That's wild, bruh. But I'm actually gonna end here in quite a bit as well. Which, speaking of that, chat, I'm gonna end right here. If you want to see more of me playing The Walking Dead Season 3 on New Frontier, which is not necessarily a typical playthrough, be sure to leave a comment down below. I'm possibly gonna do the Fortnite roleplay. I'm possibly gonna show a bit of behind the scenes so y'all can know, so y'all can get a sneak peek before him and I can rehearse the lines and then like actually like do scene 1 overall. But yeah, if you want to see me continue playing the chip, be sure to leave a comment down below. Like if you want to see more of me playing The Walking Dead Season 3 on New Frontier, which is not necessarily a typical playthrough, be sure to leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'm gonna end right here. Take it easy, chat, and I'm gonna possibly play GT5 Online after the roleplay, and then possibly this game after GT5 Online. Yada, I mean, but yeah, take it easy, chat. We all see what you're mentioning in the chat. I mean, shit, because I have work late today, bruh. Bruh, the man, buddy, chill. I'm mentally mature, and I have my rights to choose when I want to leave my crib or not, or when I want to move out, real shit. Yeah, an internship, and I definitely have a job as well with my family, so family business, real shit. I work within the city. Can't disclose much information, unfortunately, but you know. But yeah, I'm gonna end right here, so you know, take it easy, chat. That's cool. Gotcha. You good. You good, bro.